As ranchers, how do we know we have antagonists? And I've learned a lot since I've been working with the micronutrients group about this. And antagonists are going to be in the soil, they'll be in the grass, and so harvested or standing forage, in my case, is where many of the antagonists come. And I'm not proud of this distinction, but why I am so very interested in trace mineral nutrition is how it affects our cattle. And it's such a subtle effect that they don't come out and say, hey, I'm deficient in. You have to work with your nutritionist, your veterinarian, your extension specialist to find out what might be an antagonist in your pasture. And in my particular case, we have antagonists in the form of sulfates in our water and in our feedstuffs. We have iron, we have molybdenum, we have situations of sulfate toxicity on this ranch. And so I have to be very careful of that. And so I need a mineral that I know is extremely bioavailable. And the hydroxy trace minerals fit that bill very well. But if you don't know, there are several ways you can find out. I think one of the quickest and probably most accurate and the least expensive ways to find out is talk to your beef extension specialists. People in your county or in your state that have mapped these grounds and know what mineral contents are. Many of the feed companies we work with have taken samples, and you can take samples and have them analyzed. And then you will get an idea of what is deficient, but in most cases, when they tie up with antagonists, they are higher levels of these antagonistic minerals. The thing with the forage analysis and knowing what's going on, if you don't know that you have these antagonists, and you were just simply to look at a forage sample and it said your copper is adequate for your needs, which is about 10 parts per million. But if, in my case, I have these antagonists, they tie up that copper. So I need to know that and formulate my supplementation in order to counteract that. And so just because it says, well, most of the grass has 10 parts per million copper, if you don't know what antagonists might be interfering there, you will depend on that copper being there. Now, another good rule of thumb when you're formulating is probably about half your trace mineral needs are going to come from the ration you're feeding, winter or summer. And then half will come from your supplemental sources, which can either be in the feed, in a mineral, which is the most common way on most Western ranches, is to buy it in a mineral supplement that has been formulated to meet the needs of that particular area.